Clearly, if there's going to be like a queen of Potomac, that is Charisse.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Sampi, and today we're going to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac episode 14. Let's get right into it. Back in Mexico, and Charisse and Karen are finally getting into it. Honestly, let's be real. Karen just gave Charisse the scene that she's been looking for all this time. She was like, you know what? If I don't fight with Charisse right now, they're going to come back at me again and again and again and again. So I'm going to give her the fight that she's looking for. Karen got mad at Charisse when Charisse brought up the fact that she went to Karen's mom's funeral. Karen is saying that she knew that Charisse was eventually going to bring it up. She believes that Charisse came to her mother's funeral just to be able to say that she came. And she felt that it was not genuine, and that is the reason why she got so mad and she told her to not bring her mom into the whole situation. Here is what I think. I think that Charisse and Karen are frenemies. I think that when Charisse told the world that Karen was probably cheating on her husband and had a long time man that she's been cheating with, she thought that that was not going to really hurt a friendship with Karen, but it really did. La Grande Dame is not going to let this go. And I think that from that time on, she decided that she didn't want to be friends with Charisse. But instead of telling her, she's being the typical grand dame and just playing the game, acting with you like they're good in public when in reality, she don't F with you. I think that Charisse maybe went to the funeral because she wanted to be there for her friend and thought that maybe that was an opportunity for her and Karen to rekindle their friendship. Another part was that because she wanted to be able to say, oh, I went to your mom's funeral when you didn't go to my parents' funeral. And that's exactly what happened because shout out to the Bravo producer. They're showing us footage of Charisse telling Karen, I came to your mom's funeral, you didn't come to my own. I was there for you when nobody else was. And Karen don't like it because she don't see it for Charisse no more. So she gave her the scene that she wanted to give. And I think she even said at some point,
You've been asking for it, now you got it.
all I can say was that honestly, it was a rushed fight. It was not genuine because Karen just wanted to make it happen because she was tired of the back and forth. I felt like that scene could have been more than it ended up being. It was more climactic to see it in the trailer than to actually see it happening. I don't know. Let me all know what you felt about that scene. Did you feel like it was all and everything that you expected it to be, or do you feel like it kind of felt flat a little bit? Let me all know. At some point in the discussion, Charisse even brought up again the fact that she only received the one line text message from Karen, which Karen, I think yesterday, actually posted the entire thread that she sent Charisse. So it's kind of funny. Listen, they go back and forth, and then Charisse started saying more stuff, talking about Karen has gone to rehab. And once again, we see that those girls are not really friends. And honestly, I feel like Karen had the best behavior. She knows Charisse is not a friend. She knows they're not going to be friends. She knows how Charisse operates. And I think that she's kind of proving herself to be right, honestly. She's coming in like, oh yeah, I want to be your friend. Oh, I'm a good friend. I mean, bringing up the fact that she had to go to rehab is kind of like a big deal. Like if somebody goes to rehab, that means they really have problems, maybe with substance abuse or alcohol. Like it's a big deal, and you bringing it up, in a fight in on national TV is really foul. I'm just saying, Charisse, you're digging a hole for yourself. We also were introduced to Charisse's new confessional look. I think this is the first time that Charisse is a confessional. The season started, and honest, my God, this look is so bad. Like that wig is so bad. Even I could have done better than this. Like, who is styling Charisse? They're doing her so wrong. And how come she's not able to see that they're doing her so wrong? Like, who is styling her? This is horrible. Charisse is a beautiful lady, and I don't know, something is going on with her. You cannot tell me it's because she don't have money. Because even if you don't have money, we've been proven in America that people that don't even have money have the best wigs. So that is not an excuse. I'm just saying, like, what's going on with Charisse in her confessional look? Even Jacqueline is able to look better than her. I'm just saying, Charisse has way more experience Then even Jacqueline, when it comes to reality TV, she's supposed to be an OJ. She's supposed to be all that. She's supposed to be one of the grand dame of Potomac. And this is how she's presenting herself. Child, I was disappointed. So after the back and forth, everybody is tired, and Candiace decided to kind of like transition to bringing the situation between Jacqueline and Mia. And Jacqueline, I mean, wow, Jacqueline, I'm really impressed with you. She's like, you know what? I respect you, but I don't know you like that, and I'm not ready to have that conversation with you all right now. And I was like, okay, Jacqueline, okay. I don't know, y'all. If Mia end up coming back, which I don't want her to, if she does end up coming back, she must be coming back with Jacqueline. I'm just saying. The dinner, all the ladies goes and have some good time. Well, it's not all the ladies. I think I see Candiace dancing, couple of them. And then Mia and Jacqueline are going to go and have their own personal discussion with the camera in tow for us to see. So they start talking, and Jacqueline tells Mia how disappointed she is with the stuff that Mia said. And Mia is like, what did I say? What did I say that was bad? And she's like, the whole thing about me cheating, I would have never cheated on Gordon. But Jacqueline is like, potato, potato, you slept with married men, that's what you do. And Jacqueline is like, oh, no, that's not true. And she's like, girl, stop saying that. Like Jacqueline is like, well, you slept with married men. And like Maya is like, yeah, I know, I said it several times. And I was married too. And I was like, what? Let me tell you something. Those girls are going to hell. I'm talking about hell, hell, hell. Mia is saying it so casually. It's almost like, yeah, I did it, so what? Jesus Christ. Not only she slept with Gordon, but he probably ended up divorcing his wife to be with her. And she probably divorced whoever she was married to. Because I know you heard when she said I was married to.
Owned it. I slept with a married man. I don't have a problem with it. I'm done with
you, Mia. This relationship are going to hell. Mia is like double backing. Oh yeah, girl, it's not just one man, it's been several men. And I'm like, at least Jacqueline was ashamed. At least Jacqueline was ashamed enough to not, to deny. But I have no words. I don't F with Jezebel. Karma is a bit, that's what I'm going to say. And then Mia is going on a merry way. She don't care. I would never want to have this type of friendship, especially at that age. Next, we see the ladies going on their merry way. The next day, Ashley got Robyn, Giselle, and Mia to do some like beach yoga activity. Most of the other ladies are not interested. And then we have Karen and Candiace catching up about the fight, and basically Karen is telling Candiace what she's been telling us in the confessional, which is she doesn't think that Charisse was genuine and everything. And I mean, Karen is fine. Karen, she knows how to play the game. She's not new to this. She said that this situation is allowing to see clear, to see how she's going to position herself. And I mean, I trust Karen, so I know they're gonna be fine. Next scene, the ladies are going to the cenotes, and I'm like, okay, Ashley, organization, none of that weak stuff that Mia did in Miami. I mean, how can you be able to organize such a bad trip in Miami? Like, when the ladies are on their way to the cenotes, La Grande Dame is like, okay, Robyn, you want to play with me? Let me ask her when she's going to get married. And once again, Robyn talk about, don't know when the wedding date is. She hasn't set up anything, and etc. And Karen in the confessional is saying,
shut up.
The girls are going to the cenote, and that reminded me that I went to the cenotes too last year. My best friend's birthday. Hey, you know who you are. I literally had the same experience than those ladies all had. Like, those places are full of mosquitoes. The water is muddy. I'm going to be honest. I went a little bit into the water, but honestly, I was focused on taking some picture. I got me some nice picture for my Instagram because those mosquitoes were doing the most. And honestly, I did not have time to go and be in the middle of that. The cenotes, they had a good time. And then after that, they go and all sit down and decide to eat. So they're eating some traditional Mexican, Mayan food, I guess. I can say it like that, having lunch, and then they were already ready to bring back all the fights that happened the day before. So what did La Grande Dame did? La Grande Dame was like thinking, okay, I don't want them to bring the situation with Charisse, so I need to intervene before it gets to that. And that's when she's asking Candiace and Ashley what is the status of their relationship. And I was like, well done, Grandam. Grandam is strategic, y'all. She's very, very strategic. I'm not gonna lie. I give her respect on that. That's why she's the Grandam. Candiace is explaining where she fails with Ashley. I thought that was a very grown-up. I can say is that Candiace gave her the slightest shade ever. That was such a smooth shade.
I think that a lot of the way that you think about relationships is because the relationship that you are now out of had toxic notes and had trust issues.
And all Ashley could do was agree. That was a shade. Candiace, don't play with Candiace. That's all I gotta say about that. Then Dr. Wendy intervenes, explaining to them that if you really want to be able to move on from the relationship, from like the past things hurt that you've done to each other, because the truth is that Candiace have said some very hurtful things about Ashley whenever Ashley was in a very difficult time in her life, especially whenever Ashley had to go through a miscarriage. So yeah, they agree that they're probably gonna have to move on in order to be able to like not do some low down stuff to each other. Do I think that Ashley really has it against Candiace? Honestly, I don't even think so. I think that Ashley is just messy. Ashley is just extremely messy. She wants a lot of mess to be happening, and she does not want to be the only one in the middle of the mess. And I think that as long as they're both going to be in the show, she's gonna keep doing stuff like that to Candiace. Like nobody is going to not be in that situation when it comes to Ashley. Next scene, the ladies are on dinner, and once again they're like, okay, now let's ask Robyn about her wedding. Like Robyn needs to tell her more. What's going on with your wedding, Robyn? And Robyn is like,
probably more September. That is spring, summer.
Okay.
September, spring shows.
Robyn is not even able to make up a story on something that she knows people are going to ask her again and again and again. Girl, prepare your story. Even Giselle is like, At this point, most people think you're not going to get married. I'm probably one of like the 0.5% that think that you will. But sometimes when I see the behavior you have, I understand why people feel that way. I really do. So she ended up telling them that she really doesn't really want to have a big wedding, that she wanted to be just her husband, her kids. And then she's telling them that she's probably going to go and get married in Jamaica after her own brother-in-law's wedding. And everybody's like, oh, yeah. I'm like, Robyn had all afternoon to think about the date. Since she was asked about the wedding date on their way to the cenotes, after the cenotes, she probably had a couple of hours to come with a plan. But then Giselle, being the viper, how do you say it? She is.
Clearly, if there's going to be like a queen of Potomac, that is Charisse.
And I'm like, Giselle, girl, you need to stop. This time, Giselle really did it in a way that she knew that Karen was going to be angry about. You know really well why they're fighting. You know really well that they're never going to be okay. I think that at this point, Giselle and Robyn really, really want Charisse to be part of the show. They see an ally in Charisse. I think that is the only reason why they really want Charisse to be back. And they're really pushing for her to be back. So now they're making La Grande Dame look like she's not a good person and she's attacked Charisse, and La Grande Dame is like, I'm not going back and forth with you. Sorry, I have to like not like swear too much because I don't want YouTube to remove my video. La Grande Dame is like, I'm not going to go back and forth with you all. I said what I said in the word of Nini Leaks, and I'm not going back into it. So now Giselle is angry because when La Grande Dame says she's not going to go back and forth with you, she's not going to go back and forth with you. And Robyn is not happy. Oh, no. Robyn would talk about anybody else but about her own situation. So now Robyn found somebody that she can come around and like dig in. So I don't understand why you're treating Charisse the way you do and everything. And La Grande Dame, being the strategic self that she is, she's apologizing to the group. She's like, I'm sorry for yesterday's situation. This is not how I am. And then Robyn is like, why are you apologizing to the group, but you're not apologizing to Charisse? And that's when the MVP of the Potomac came in. Candiace, clap, 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 clap for Candiace talking about.
It repeated itself, and it was triggering to me.
Last night?
When Mia apologized to the group and not to Wendy.
It was the best transition ever. Candiace saved La Grande Dame. And that's when the situation turned and became between Mia and Wendy. And y'all know Dr. Wendy don't play. Dr. Wendy processed to clear Mia. And Mia don't try. Mia started talking about, well, I'm not apologetic. Dr. Wendy is like, so you're not apologizing because of the assault that you committed? And then Mia is like, what do you mean by assault? Give me the definition of assault. Then they go back and forth. And Mia, seeing that she was not going to win that fight with Dr. Wendy because Dr. Wendy is way too smart for Mia, she was like, well, here is your apology. I apologize. And then Dr. Wendy is like, that's not a real apology, which it was not. It was, I know that I'm digging myself into a hole, so let me just apologize so that it's on the record. And then she's trying to go back and forth talking about Dr. Wendy said that her husband is gay. And Dr. Wendy is like, I never said that your husband was gay. I said that you and your husband sleep with women and men. It could have been you sleeping with the men. I never said that your husband is gay, which is correct. And of course, production always coming through, showing us the footage so that we remember of what Dr. Wendy said verbatim. Yeah, he's trying to go back and forth, but the truth is that Dr. Wendy is just too strong, just too smart, just too educated for Mia. So she's losing that battle. And not only losing that battle, but everything Dr. Wendy said, you confirm was even true. So it's like, Mia girl, just let it go, which she did. And I'm like, this is the first time I see Mia doing something smart, which is to let go before it goes too far. So yeah, y'all, that was my review of the Real Housewives of Potomac. This episode was really good. What did you think of it? What did you think of the fight between Charisse and Karen? What did you think of Candiace and Ashley? Do you think that they're going to remain friends? What do you think of Robyn not being able to talk about a wedding, but digging into La Grande Dame because La Grande Dame doesn't want to go back and forth with what Giselle and her have in mind to do for Charisse? And what do y'all think about the situation between Mia and Dr. Wendy? Let me all know in the comment. And for those of you that are new and that just discovered me, hello, and I invite you to, and for those of you that have been here with me, supporting me, thank you all so much. I invite you to continue to like, comment, and subscribe as this is really helpful for my channel. And I will see you all next week. Bye.